let me tell you something here. I used to consider myself white, or I used to call myself white all the time. But people kept thinking, no, you're Asian, or no, you're Mexican. And they wouldn't say Hispanic either. It's as if they would think that Mexican is an actual race. Like, there's no Hispanics, just Mexicans. So, used to be, I just called myself white. But then I gave up. After so many people calling me Asian. And I would just call myself Asian because, being called Mexican is probably worse. Because, I've been thought of as Mexican before, and I get weird looks because of that. Every person I see, and it's usually black people, every one of those guys, every time I go to the Walmart, they look at me strangely. And unless you're like speaking English to them, they'll still look at you. So you gotta speak perfect English to these guys, and they will tell that you're not a Mexican. I feel really sorry for Hispanics. I really do. I know you guys feel. I know how some of you guys are treated out there. Because, I've seen people come up to me. People have walked up to me and expressed how much they hate Mexicans. And to be honest, what's really annoying is that most of these people think that all Hispanics are Mexican. It's not right. Now, I don't get this from white people as much as I do black people. It's like white people tend to be quieter about these things, but a black person, well, he's more likely to be more open about what he hates, I guess. Because that's what I get from these guys. See, one time when I was really young, I don't remember what age I was, but I believe I was at Costco, and I was waiting for my mother. I was just standing around, and one black guy, he just comes up to me looking real mad, real angry, and I'm just a little kid. I'm just looking at him, was like, derp. And he's looking at me real angry. He's like, screw you, Mexicans. You Mexicans are taking our jobs. You gotta go back to Mexico. And I looked at him like, dude, I'm white. And he looks at me and like, oh. This is awkward. Okay, bye. And so I'm just sitting there, or standing there, actually, watching him walk away. And, I was really young back then, so I didn't really understand what racism was. But I was just standing there, and I was thinking about my mother. It's like, I wonder what's taking Mama so long. I wonder if she's going to get us some food. I want some pizza. When are we going home? I'm hungry. Is she going to give me the Xbox 360 I asked for? I am hungry. I'm tired of standing around here. Okay, if you ever been on the internet long enough, you probably done something or said something that probably got you branded as racist. That it can happen to anyone. You just do one thing, say one thing, and it's not even offensive at all. You could even be complimenting someone, and you would be called racist. I mean, this is what happens on the internet. I don't know why, but it happens. Okay, one day, and I was, I knew what racism was by then. One day I was playing, on the Xbox, playing Modern Warfare 2, and, I was playing really hard with some friends. And makes me really happy, is when you get the final kill cam, you got several kills in it, I was like, got this evil, derpy smile, and your friends are basically cheering you on. You got all those awesome kill cams. I love getting kill cams. I love getting the final kill. That's probably the best thing you can have, and that's why I got. But I probably shouldn't have. See, when I got that kill cam, someone on the other team thought that it was racist. And unfortunately, I didn't really get into it. I didn't say anything. I just ignored him. But my friend, unfortunately, did not. And I kind of wish he didn't. See, when he, debated on whether this was racist or not, it got heated more and more. And it was mind-boggling as to how this guy was saying it was racist to beat him in a video game and get the final kill. It just didn't make any sense. But anyway, that's what they were fighting over. And, well, eventually I quit because I got tired of hearing them fight. And, well, I started playing the next day, and I was looking at my gamer profile, and I got this. Yeah. Makes sense, don't it? This is... I kind of don't have that profile anymore. I don't really play Xbox as much as I do now, but I don't really have that profile anymore. I stopped talking to just about anyone, and it's just mind-boggling. You get reported for racism. It probably wouldn't have been reported if my former friend hadn't gotten into a fight with him, but it happened. So I got reported for racism. It's just stupid. Okay? It makes no sense that you can get away with calling someone racist because you beat them at their own game. Moving on. Alright, so this is another story here. It's about my mother. She had to go pick something up at Walmart, and she ordered something. I don't know what she ordered. But she came up to the back where you had to pick things up, and there was this huge line right in front of her. Just one whole line, and there were like two people and two cash registers, and they were just sitting there. Okay, so my mother came up to the employee and asked, "Hey, could you maybe make it two lines so that we could get this done faster?" And the employees were like, "Ah, are you insane? That is the most insanity of all insanity! Where would you come up with such a thing? I have never heard of something so ridiculous as that! Why would we do something so ridiculous?" So yeah, it came out with something like that. I don't really know what they exactly said, but So I don't really know their exact races. I don't really care, to be honest. It's basically Walmart. It's kind of pretty. Where I live in, they have half of them are like nice people, and half of them just they just look at you funny. So anyway, my mother decided to go off into the bathroom, and the other two decided to come in together. Oh, do you think we should make two lines? Yes, that sounds very smart. That's a very good idea, sir. Yes, it was most certainly my great idea. Alright then, let's make two lines. Okay, so they made two lines, and my mother comes back, and she's like, "What?" And you see the other two guys looking at her, and they're like, putting their fingers up, although to be honest, they don't have any hands. And, basically saying F you. So she tries to get a manager, but ends up going to superintendent or something? Not a superintendent. No, that's wrong. A supervisor complaining about it, and she wanted to basically, get a refund because of the rudeness that happened. unfortunately, nothing ever came out of that. The supervisor, said she'd do something about it, and of course, nothing was done about it. Obviously, it's Walmart. They don't really have very nice people, or even if they do, they don't have people who are, organized. Usually, they're just not organized. But that it wasn't really nice. I have to say that just wasn't nice. Let's think about it. I was with her at the time, and I could tell why they didn't treat her so well, because right in front of me she started speaking in Tagalog, and speaking in Tagalog is an extremely bad idea, because people don't seem to respect others that speak in another language. That usually means that you're a foreigner, and they don't treat you as well. So basically, she didn't get what she wanted. She went and got a refund, and then we left. That tells you something about Walmart, doesn't it?